Alright, so multiplying integers. This is our notes for today and tomorrow. So we're just going to do just multiplying today, and then tomorrow we'll do dividing. So make sure that you keep up with this sheet. Okay. Alright, so if I'm multiplying, there's not a whole lot that changes. The main thing that you're looking at is just your signs, the negative and positive signs. So, the product, which product means answer to a multiplication problem, correct? The product of two integers with different signs is negative. So that means if I am multiplying a positive times a negative, my answer is going to be a negative.
So anything times negative
is going to be a negative. Yep.
The only thing that can be positive.
And negative times negative. So if I'm multiplying same signs, my answer is always positive. Okay. So if you're multiplying two positives, we know that that's a positive. Same if you're multiplying two negatives, you always get a positive. But a negative times a positive or a positive times a negative will always give you a negative. So if you have different signs, it's negative. Same signs, it's positive. Okay? The multiplying the numbers is all the same. So, number one, I have negative 5 times 8. So I've got a negative and a positive, so my answer has to be what? Negative. And then 5 times 8 is 40. So your answer is just negative 40. Yeah, pretty easy. Number 2, I've got a negative times a negative. So what is that going to be? A positive 21. Bless you. Bless you. The next one, like Bella said, is a negative. And then what is 10 times 8? 80. So that's negative 80. Bless you. What about number 4? Negative 8 times 3. Negative 24. Number 5 is a positive 144. Negative times a negative gives me a positive. About this last one, it says negative 8 squared. So what does that actually mean, Hudson? What does it mean? Negative 8 squared means?
Negative 8 times negative 8.
Good. So this means negative 8 times negative 8. Therefore, the answer is positive 64. Good. So if it's something squared, or if it's a negative number squared, that means it's always going to be a positive. What about if you have negative 2 cubed? That means I'm multiplying negative 2 how many times?
3.
3. So it means I have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So in this case, I need to multiply the first negative 2's, the first 2, which gives me what? Positive 4. And then you can't forget about that last negative 2. So then 4 times negative 2 gives me negative 8. So what can you say about the exponents? Do you think you can come to a conclusion? Hudson, what do you think? Correct. If you have any even exponent, your answer will always be positive. And if you have any odd exponent, the answer will always be negative. So if you have a negative number raised to an even power, answer will be positive. But if you have a negative number raised to an odd power, answer will be negative. Okay. Does that make sense? So even, negative, odd, positive. No, sorry. Opposite from that. Even, positive, odd, negative. Yes, ma'am. You're just 4 times negative 9 is just a regular. That would be a positive times a negative, which gives you a negative. If I have it raised to an exponent, that's when it changes. So if I have an odd exponent, answer is negative. If you have an even exponent, answer is positive. Makes sense. So if you just have regular numbers not raised to any power, then you're just same signs negative, or same signs positive, different signs negative. Questions on that? All right, this next little section, we are just substituting those values in. So A is -3, B is -4, C is -5 or +5. Why is there so much like noise going on? Thank you. We're doing our notes, Kendrick, so you can kind of see that and copy down while we're doing the rest. All right, so number 7, I have -2 times A. What is A? -3. So that means -2 times -3 gives me +6. Number 8, I have 9 times B, and B is -4. So what's my answer, Shelby? Good. -36. Number 9, I have A times B. So that means I have -3 times -4. So what does that give me? +12. And number 10, I've got 5 times B times C. So that is 5 times -4 times 5. So now I have 3 numbers. So I can just multiply the first 2 numbers. So what is 5 times -4? -20. So then -20 times 5 gives me what? Good. -100. Could I have multiplied 5 times 5 first?
Yeah.
Why? Not associative. Commutative. Right? Multiplication's commutative, which tells me that you can multiply in any order and still get the same answer. Okay, so we've got to remember those properties. Yes, sir?
What if it was 5 times -4 times -5? You still, it wouldn't be able, you wouldn't be able to multiply 5 times 5.
You could. Yeah, so if you just had a negative right here, that means 5 times -5 would give you -25, right? And then -25 times -4 would give you +100. Which would still be the same as if you did 5 times -4 and then multiply that by -5. Okay. So it doesn't matter if your negatives are positive. Anytime you're multiplying, it's always commutative. You can switch it around. Okay. All right, number 11, I've got -4 times -4. So what is that? +16. And last one, 2 times A times C. So 2 times -3 times 5. So what's 2 times -3? -6, and then multiply that by 5, and what do you get? Good, -30. Questions? Pretty easy. Caleb.
Couldn't you do 2 times 5 and 10 times -3?
Yep. If you did 2 times 5, you get 10, right? So then 10 times -3, does it still give you -30? Yep. We good? Alright, your homework is in the book. You probably will be able to finish this. So you are doing page 88, numbers 11 through 38, and then 43 and 44. Some of them are a little bit challenging once you get to the end. Okay? If you remember how to simplify something, that means do all that you can do, and then that's it. So do as much as you can. Okay? If you have a question, just come ask me.